Spurs are down to 12th in the Premier League table following a 2-1 home defeat against Newcastle at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Boss Ange Postecoglou has stated, "It is the angriest I've ever been in my career," and Spurs are set to sign Czech Republic under-21 goalkeeper Antonín Kinský. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit the follow button and leave a review if you can. So let's start by talking about the Premier League results from Saturday and the league table. 7 games took place on Saturday afternoon. Tottenham 1, Newcastle 2, Bournemouth 1, Everton 0, Aston Villa 2, Leicester 1, Crystal Palace drew 1-1 against Chelsea, Manchester City beat West Ham 4-1 at the Etihad, Southampton 0, Brentford 5, and Brighton drew 1-1 at home against Arsenal. 2 Premier League games will take place on Sunday. Fulham will take on Ipswich and Liverpool will take on Manchester United. Now, after Spurs lost 2-1 against Newcastle, we are 12th in the Premier League table. We have now played 20. We have won 7, drawn 3 and lost 10. We have a goal difference of plus 12. We have 24 points. We are now 12 points away from the top 4 and only 9 points away from the relegation zone. Now, after the game, Ange Postecoglou, in his press conference, said it is the angriest he has ever been in his managerial career. Now, rather than me read all of the quotes from the post-match press conference, I'm going to play it now. It is just over 4.5 minutes long. If you have watched this or listened to it already, just forward it 4.5 minutes.
Good afternoon, Ange. Is today one of those days when, in spite of the result, you can be proud of the performance given circumstances?
Hugely proud. I'm shattered that the boys didn't get the rewards they deserved, because we were outstanding. Our football was outstanding against a very good opponent. He was in good form and in a good place. Thought it was brilliant, outstanding, and it's a game we deserve to win. And on any other day, we would have won.
Can I ask your opinion of their first goal?
No, because I know what everyone wants me to say, but all I'll say is that on any other day, on a fair and even playing ground, we would have won that game. Simple as that. And don't keep asking me about the decision. If you guys have no opinion about it, that's fine. I know what my opinion is. And as I said, if that was a different day and it was an even and fair playing ground, we would have won that game. Yeah, it was great. Everyone was great. Unbelievable. I mean, if we consider what we had to put up, I mean, Radu and Archie literally got off sick beds to play today, and Radu was shattered at half time. Brandon, we just obviously only found out yesterday he was playing. I can't be prouder of the players, and I'm just angry and disappointed that it wasn't football that denied them getting the rewards today.
Can you talk us through a little bit about what you've been through in terms of the illness? Because I understand why you're resting.
Just a bug. Radu and Archie were bedridden all week. Fraser, obviously, but he's still bedridden. He's still really struggling with it. There's other couple, but like I said, Radu was just spent at half time. He just didn't have any more to give. So, like I said, Thursday we literally had, I think, 11 fit players for training. So, but I don't care about that. What I care about is that the players put in an unbelievable performance, fantastic football, created chances, denied them, had to defend strongly, which we did, and it's unfair on them more than anything else that they don't get the rewards they deserve today.
And in the circumstances, what was your thinking behind leaving the senior players and the senior side and that sort of bench?
just a combination of, I thought we were going to need some energy, some running power early on, and I thought as the game wore on, we'd be able to sort of then use the experience of the guys who came on, and I thought it worked well. I mean, I thought we would finish really strong. And like I said, we started the game really well, and the only thing that kind of stopped us in our tracks was not football. So, that was the whole idea about it. And I think it's important that, guys like Sonny and Biss and Madison led us to an extent, but they played a lot of football, and I think having them fresh helps them mentally as much as physically, and I thought all three, when they came on, made a real difference for us.
Concerned right now, England manager being here, but Dominic Solanke's performance today really seemed to
Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. I think the whole team was, considering everything we had to go through and the situation we're in right now, to put on a performance like that, I take my hat off to the players. I thought they were outstanding, and I'm just really, really angry as I've ever been, I think, in my career, that they were denied the right rewards for a fantastic performance.
Does that performance give you real confidence that things will start?
I have never lacked confidence, Tom. I get that the results aren't there, and I get, whether people want to accept the situation we're in or the circumstances, but I'm just so. I mean, you saw the performance of Archie. You saw Lucas today. It was unbelievable as an 18-year-old to play in that position. I just see so much to be positive about, but we need to win games of football, and usually, when you play well and you do most things right, you do get the rewards. Unfortunately, we were denied today.
And when you say you're angry that the Spurs were denied the result they deserved, just to clarify, is that the officiating that denied them the result?
You can clarify. I know you just want me to say something, but I'm not going to. I think it's clear. Now, whether people agree with me or not, you think it wasn't handball or it was accidental or whatever, I'm just not interested in any of that discussion. What I'm saying is that on any given day, with a fair and even playing field and logical thought processes, we would have won that game. That's it. So you can make what you want of that. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Thanks.
Now, on Saturday morning, Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano provided the following news. Tottenham are on the verge of signing Slavia Prague goalkeeper Antonín Kinský. He is in London today for medical to follow. Verbal agreement done between all parties involved, including player side. Kinský should undergo medical after the Tottenham v Newcastle game. Fabrizio Romano then followed up with another update and stated that Tottenham will spend over £10 million for Kinský as new goalkeeper. Long-term deal also agreed. Slavia Prague and Spurs will sign all formal documents today after the game. This is a permanent move. Now, David Ornstein of The Athletic has also reported on this Kinský deal. He has stated that Tottenham Hotspur are set to complete the signing of goalkeeper Kinský, 21-year-old Czech youth international, to join on a 5.5-year contract plus challenge for Tottenham Hotspur #1 spot. A very highly rated goalkeeper, and at over €15 million plus add-ons, he is not seen as a backup. Now, Sky Sports have also reported on the Kinský deal, and they have stated that Tottenham have agreed a deal to sign goalkeeper Antonín Kinský from Slavia Prague. The 21-year-old will fly into London on Saturday and will have a medical on Saturday evening. Spurs will pay around £12.5 million for Kinský, who is a Czech Republic under-21 international. Spurs have serious issues in goal, with first-choice goalkeeper Vicario out injured and Fraser Forster among those who have caught a sickness bug in the last week. Kinský has kept 12 clean sheets in the Czech First League across 19 league appearances for table-topping Slavia Prague this season. Now, my thoughts on everything in this episode, and I am going to keep this very short and brief because I'm recording this early hours of Sunday morning, and of course we did a 2-hour show on the Spurs Chat podcast, myself, Ricky, Craig and Johnny, and there was a lot in there. Of course, we lost 2-1 at home to Newcastle on Saturday. I am very proud of the players. Of course, it is very disappointing to lose the game, particularly in the manner and the fashion that we did. But when you look at the overall performance, there are a lot of positives in there. And I completely agree and completely sympathise with Ange Postecoglou, all of his frustrations. We have had so many injury problems, suspensions, and now this last week or so, this sickness bug. It is so frustrating for Ange, for all of the staff, everyone involved at Tottenham, all of the fans. But I think a lot of fans actually expected Spurs to lose heavily on Saturday, and I think that the team, it was quite a delight the way that the team, really fought for everything. And I think that there are so many positives to take from that performance on Saturday to take us into the Liverpool game on Wednesday. Hopefully, the likes of Fraser Forster, although what a performance from Brandon Austin. Hopefully, Forster will come back. Hopefully, players will start coming back one by one. But how unlucky can, a football club be? How unlucky can Ange Postecoglou be with the amount of issues that we have had? This last week with the sickness bug, you think about what a shift Archie Gray put in yet again, and Ange Postecoglou confirmed that he had been bedridden all week. Same with Radu Dragushin, but of course he put in a really good solid shift in the first 45 minutes. Couldn't continue for the second half. But, you think that, these players were bedridden, but they still, put a really good solid shift in for the club. I thought it was a really clever move, actually. I think a lot of people thought it was very odd, the fact that Ange Postecoglou put the likes of Heung-min Son and James Maddison on the bench, but it did actually work out extremely well. Exactly what he said in his post-match press conference, that it gave us that little bit of energy when we needed it most in that second half. And I thought that we were very, very unlucky, not to come away with a draw or even a win. Ange Postecoglou come out and said, obviously, that it is the angriest he's ever been in his career, and I can completely understand it. That decision was terrible. VAR and the officiating, the referees, I don't think are good enough in the Premier League right now, and I think that a lot needs to change. It was so clear and blatant. Even on the Spurs Chat podcast, we sat there for 2 hours talking about the game. We put the picture on the screen, and it was a blatant handball. I just don't understand it. However, I'm talking positively about the performance. What does slightly worry me is the league position. We're down to 12th. We're closer to the relegation zone than we are top four. Obviously, the results need to change. Ange Postecoglou, if you watch the press conference, if you listen to the press conference that I've added in on this video, and you didn't skip it, obviously he said that the results do need to be there, and our next Premier League game is Arsenal away. Of course, we have 2 cup games before that, against Liverpool and against Tamworth in the Carabao Cup and FA Cup, respectfully. Now, as I got to the ground on Saturday before the Newcastle game, Fabrizio Romano stated that Spurs are set to sign Czech Republic under-21 goalkeeper Antonín Kinský, 21-year-old, highly rated in the Czech Republic. And David Ornstein has come out and said that this is to, rival Vicario. So he must be pretty decent. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know a lot about this goalkeeper, because I don't. But what a situation we are in now, because, of course, Brandon Austin, man of the match performance against Newcastle. Really, really good, solid performance from him. I've seen Brandon Austin a lot over the years. Of course, he's 25, but I remember watching him in the youth teams, particularly the under-21s. Always played very, very well. Always very comfortable on the ball. So I wasn't at all surprised to see that type of performance from Brandon Austin at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Newcastle. Pity, of course, that he made his debut in a defeat, but he can really hold his head up high and be proud of that performance against Newcastle. Of course, Thomas Tuchel was there watching England internationals such as Dominic Solanke. I think he done himself the world of good, because a good solid performance from him again, and a really good finish after 4 minutes from the Pedro Porro cross. So a great finish from him. Lots of really positive performances. Lucas Bergvall, I speak so often on this channel and on the podcast saying that when people get opportunities, the fringe players, the young players, the development players, whatever you want to call them, when they get the opportunities, because some of them, they wait so long. Look at Brandon Austin, 25 years old. When you get that opportunity, you have to grab that opportunity with both hands and make sure that you give the manager a little bit of a dilemma. So talking about goalkeepers, we've got some great goalkeepers. Luca Gunter, of course, youth goalkeeper at the club. Brandon Austin, of course, you've got Alfie Whiteman, who was on the bench against Newcastle. You've got Vicario, you've got Fraser Forster. And, of course, we've got Josh Keeley out on loan at Leyton Orient, keeping so many clean sheets at the moment. I think Leyton Orient won again on Saturday. And I think that out of the 14 league appearances that Josh Keeley has played for Leyton Orient, he's kept 10 clean sheets out of those 14 games. Incredible. So Spurs do have a good set of goalkeepers. So this is going to be an interesting one. Kinský coming in, and David Ornstein has said that, you know, he's going to rival Vicario. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how good he is, and when this deal actually gets done. But as I keep saying on all of these episodes, we need to sign, you know, quite a few players in the January transfer window. I actually saw Fabio Paratici at the stadium on Saturday, pacing up and down. Of course, he is still working for the club on a consultancy basis. He was pacing up on his phone. You know, I'm very used to seeing him do that. So let's hope that he is still working, helping Spurs. And from what I understand as well, Daniel Levy has been in the Czech Republic getting this deal done. So let's hope it is a very, very busy January for Spurs, because as Ange Postecoglou has said on numerous occasions, you know, the squad needs help, he needs help. And, of course, us as fans want us to move up that Premier League table and go far in cup competitions. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit the follow button and leave a review if you can. Try and enjoy it the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Come on, you Spurs.